How's it going, everybody? Goldhat here, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be entry 31 of my Assassin's Creed Valhalla walkthrough guide, and in this entry we are going to be completing the Jorvik arc, and we are going to be touching on Blame and Sale. Picking up where we left off, we have started the Jorvik arc, we have completed the welcoming party, and we have gotten 2 missions out of that. Our first mission we are going to be covering is burning the Firebrand. Our first location is going to be the archives, and we are going to head there now.
Have a look, Sunan.
Once we make it into the archives, we are going to be looking for some evidence, and then we are going to get a cutscene, which I will talk to you right after.
Thank you, Audun. I will leave with these at once.
Of course. A4, isn't it? What brings you to our archives?
I've come to ask about these Christian texts. Juvena tells me the Red Hand is stealing them.
And destroying them? I fear they will attack these archives next. The abbess here has offered to bring the texts somewhere safe. She's been working diligently on this matter.
You flatter me, Lord. I only wish to help.
Abbess Ingeborg, this is A4, our honored guest from the south. A4 has offered to help rid Jorvik of the Red Hand.
How can I help?
You say you're keeping the texts safe. Where?
Forgive me, Eivor, but as an outsider I do not understand your stake in this. For that, I am reluctant to trust you. The texts are safest with me. I will do what I must to guard them from the Red Hand.
I admire your resolve, but unless the Red Hand is dismantled, they'll continue to harm those in possession of these texts. The Red Hand seems to know where to look for these texts. It may be someone is guiding them. What can you tell me? You know something else, that much is clear.
The Abbess has her suspicions.
As much as it pains me to say, I suspect something foul at the Rectory. I have heard whispering, collusion, and the Bishop. He has been sneaking around the Rectory, often visiting the priests in the cover of night.
Time I pay these men of faith a visit. The Rectory is on the road to the Minster.
Next up, we are going to explore the Rectory. It is going to be right here on our map. We're going to go ahead and fast travel there real quick. Once we get there, the area will look like this. We're just going to search these houses for some evidence, and we'll have a little bit of a cutscene, and I'll talk to you right after.
Here is the Rectory. The Abbess said she suspected secrecy among the priests and Bishop. It seems quiet. Where is everyone? Someone is hiding in there. Doubt he'll come out. I'll have to find a way in.
No! Stay away from me! Stay back!
Muskie. Been here long, priest?
Just who do you think you are, trespassing like this? This is my property you've destroyed.
I hear you priests have been hiding ever since some Christian texts went missing. What are you hiding from?
The Red Hand? Who else? They muscle their way to and fro. No one has done a thing about it.
I'm looking for the Bishop. Where is he?
Gone to his quarters. Said he would return once he finished tending to a private matter. But that was some time ago.
Show me there.
What do you mean to do with him?
Now.
Lord, forgive me.
I knew I should have left the others.
Go, my eyes.
The bishop's quarters. What is that burning smell?
Good. Huh?
Charred leather beneath the body. He must have tried to hide it before he died. Ugh, the stench. Someone knew the bishop was conflicted and killed him before he could say a word. It's a confession. The bishop played a part in destroying these texts against his own will. The rest of the letter is burned, but makes mention of the minster and the abbess. Is that where she's been keeping these texts?
Look around! Search every room. They're around here somewhere.
It's them! It's the Red Hand! Oh, Lord have mercy!
Quiet. The Red Hand. I need to leave.
Pagan, we will burn that sinner just like the others.
Soon enough. Steady. Let's fire our prey. What? Hail on, father!
Target sent the Red Hand after me. I must be closing in. It's time I head to the minster. The abbess knows more than she's letting on.
What? Just what do you think you're doing?
This is no place for you, priest. Go. Now.
Blasphemy! Stop this at once!
Something troubling you, father?
Abbess, look. They are burning all of these passages. Why are you not stopping this?
Because I ordered them to.
What?
The vellum that burned before you are covered in lies. So long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
Lies? Abbess, what has happened to you? We are God's children all. Do not renounce him like this. Please, I beg of you. You can still repent. God will forgive you. You know he will.
Your mind has been poisoned, but worry not. We have the antidote. We will set a new example to which all may aspire.
You're mad. You won't get away with this. I won't let you.
No one to tell. No one who will hear your cries. If you cannot bear to watch them burn, then you should burn with them. I want it all destroyed. Every text, every passage, every scribbled piece of paper, everything. It is time to end this. Yes, Firebrand.
The abbess is the Firebrand. She'll kill whoever stands in her way. Time I get between her and her next victim.
So after that cutscene, we need to assassinate the Firebrand. We can actually just go out this window and go hunt for her. She will be in the courtyard of this area. We're just going to go ahead and drop down on her and get that kill.
Come sit back to sweat! Like the cross.
This fire that burns inside, I've always had it. A longing to do something grand and important. But that door was always shut to me. My methods deemed too severe. I was cast out, shunned, scorned. But the Order, they took notice of me. Saw that it was courage that drove me. Courage to change the world for the better. They reopened that door.
And you used your chance to destroy a way of life you did not support.
We have seen time and time again what happens when people are left to interpret for themselves. Knowledge must be controlled. Only then can the message be widely understood. The day where there is but one truth draws nearer. One truth, that is what the Order offers.
This one sought to spark a new flame, but did so with a heavy hand. Not a teacher's tongue.
This cleansing of yours ends here.
My work is incomplete, but not inconsequential. There are others who carry on. For one of the four is us.
Why did you say that? What does it mean?
Now I go. A flame that grows bright and burns ever more, ever light.
To Helheim, where colder and crueler fires await. I should return to Ljuvin.
After getting that assassination, we are ready to head back to the Royal Hall. We will get a map marker here. Once we get here, we're just going to fill everybody in, and we are ready to start our next mission.
What news do you bring? The Firebrand's flame burns no longer. It was Jorvik's abbess, Ingeborg.
Gods, I would never have suspected. Does the Order's reach know no bounds?
None, and it is often those we least expect who carry out their ambitions. The abbess sought to destroy all Christian texts in the city, rid Jorvik of their ideals. She did utter a phrase that perked my ears. One of the four is ours.
4. But there are only 3 targets in Jorvik. Could there be something we're missing?
Damn Picts! Not only do they hold the north, but those lawless Siths have free roam in our lands as well.
Yours said our spies are on the ground.
Under the ground. Only one of them has returned, bone-beaten and bloodied. The Howling Mother take them.
Lovina, a moment of your time. And Hjor if he's about.
I will be with you shortly.
2 more left to hunt.
The disputes coming out of the docks lately have been deafening. Head there and dig around. Something is bound to turn up.
Next up is pricking the needle. We're going to go ahead and search the trade depot. It is going to be right here on our map. I'm going to go ahead and use that synchronization spot to fast travel real quick, and we are going to be there. So the trade depot will have an area above where we can just drop down and take everybody out, which I will do, and then we are going to search for some evidence, and we are ready to move on.
Try to trip me.
The sting of a needle. I'm on his trail. So, the Dogmaster seizes cargo and resells it through merchants in the marketplace. The ones involved wear black cloths. I may be able to get their attention by showing some silver around the marketplace.
So our objective is to seek out the needle. There is going to be a key out here in the market. If you can easily grab it with a steel, I highly suggest you do it just so you don't have to fight. So we're going to go ahead and grab this key real quick. We are going to talk to one of the merchants and then one of the boys, and then we are ready to go underground.
Should get their attention.
There was trouble at the depot earlier.
The key? Where to?
Not for sure. But the needle is calling for more protection. Meet me here at night.
I hear this marketplace sees its fair share of silver pass through. I have something that may interest you.
You will want to speak to Grigori.
The Dogmaster.
Sorry, who are you?
Someone who wants to do business with Grigori.
I don't know your face, and I've said too much already. Please, go.
Did I hear you talking about silver?
I'm looking to spend a large sum, not fork it over to some street beggar.
Oi! I'm no beggar, you dolt. I'm with the big dogs.
You mean the needle?
You have something he wants. If you truly want to make a trade, head to the statue near the east gate.
I shall. Watch yourself around here, young one.
Oh, me? Ha! Please. I've a bigger sword than the lot of them.
So the location is east from us, which is going to be to our right. Here is the location on our map. It's just going to be a little bit further to the right. We're going to go ahead and head there now. It's going to be in a little house dressed in black capes, and we are ready to go underground.
Empty carts and a black cloth marking the house. This is the place. Hiding among the rat's needle. Fitting. Must be careful now. The sound of metal. A workshop in the sewers. What is the needle's operation? They're melting the silver into bars and coins. What do they plan on doing with it?
I promise you your silver next week. What's that about?
Real quick, I want to cover this key and this lock. If you're having any problems with this, the best way to do this is just pick him up and then open the lock. For some reason, this might be a bug, I'm not sure, but the key will not drop from him. You just have to pick him up and then unlock the lock with him on you.
I'm not surprised to find you creeping down here.
You don't belong down here.
We run a clean dock in Jorvik. I believe those were your words. And yet here I find you swimming in silver from all the wares you seized. Are you the Needle, or just another of his pawns?
You have it all wrong. The fabric of this world has been used up, torn. Shredded, you see. Someone must be there to stitch it back together. Someone with a firm yet steady hand, who can thread the needle. Someone like me.
You're a shit poet, but at least my question is answered.
Yes, well, we all have our weaknesses. Yours appears to be the iron between us.
Think your men are going to stop me?
I would not undermine them so. The Red Hand are loyal to our cause, which is more than I can say for the merchants. Make it quick! Meet me in the marketplace when you are done.
Hey! You love anyone!
in Coppergate Market.
Come, walk with me. It is good to walk.
Gregory.
Good to take in the air. The sights, the sounds, the smells.
Please, Gregory, I didn't think you'd mind. It was just a few coins.
Shh. I understand. It's not your fault. It was mine for thinking you had anything but empty air between your ears.
With all the silver I've given you, I have nothing left to feed my children, let alone myself. Please, understand. Oh, dear God.
Merchants of Jorvik, I promised you a future rife with opportunity. And what was the one thing I asked in return? Do you remember?
Loyalty.
Loyalty! Let this serve as a lesson, should any of you think it a good idea to threaten my operation.
Best not to draw attention here.
I do the thinking, you do as you're told.
Next up, in pricking the needle, we need to assassinate the needle. He is going to be right below us. We can go ahead and just drop down, get our assassination, and we can get back to the royal chambers.
It's funny. As a child, I thought of snow as the tears of God, frozen by our sins. Weak with hunger, I stared into the sky, hoping it was me he wept for. Me he sought to save. But God did not save me. The vault did. He took me to a fine house, gave me hearty meals, a warm bed. For the first time, someone extended a hand, showed me kindness, compassion. And it was then that I made a vow. I vowed to never turn my back on he who was there for me when God was not.
So you served the Vault, knowing full well what he was a part of.
The Order made our paths intersect. I owed them a debt, and I repaid it by saving this city from its own destruction.
A life debt is a strong motivator. It took hold of this one's Hugad, drove it, and never let go.
Yet not with the same compassion you were shown. Too many have suffered by your hand in pursuit of this course.
You're right. Perhaps I deserve this death. But I am but one cog in a large wheel. One that still turns unhindered.
Not for long. Where you have gone, there'll be no tears waiting for you.
No escape! Come on, then! Throw the dog off! I can run for hours!
Now we have started closing the vault. In order to start our next objective, we need to return to the Royal Hall, and we will have a little cutscene, which I will talk to you right after.
What news do you bring?
The needle will never sting again.
Well done, Eivor. Who was hiding behind the name?
My love, there has been an attack at the markets. The dockmaster, Grigory, is dead.
The needle sold off the wares he seized to collect silver for the vault.
He had no such authority. Why would anyone believe him?
The council seal. That rat.
This is getting out of hand. How he was able to obtain this is concerning.
I must return and prepare for the Yuletide feast, but I will do so with a bent ear and a keen eye. Be safe.
A valuable seal. And a riddle. One of the 4 is ours. One of the 4. Risje, Firefight, Odin, and...
You're the 4 members of the council.
We should search their offices now, while they're occupied with the Yuletide feast.
Yes. Yes. Come, to the archives.
Could I have missed something?
We will find out soon enough. The room to the left. That is where the councilmen confer.
This desk, it looks as though it's been moved here. Scratch marks on the floor.
Yours desk used to be against the other wall.
So why the change?
A hidden entrance. Where does this lead?
Got the door. This desk, it looks as though it's been moved here.
That's right.
It is loaded with silver. There was wine here. Whoever moved it did so in a hurry. A load of wine was removed from here, and the room smells of almonds. It may be the wine was poisoned.
It is likely the wine for the Yuletide feast. Do you think one of the council means to kill someone?
Looks that way.
It is not him, not Major. He would never do this. He...
Keep your focus. Once we have all the facts, then we can worry about Hjor. Right now we need to get to the Yuletide feast. The people are in danger.
You're right. The Roman amphitheater. Let us go.
Now we are going to head to the Jorvik Theater and do some interrogation, and we are going to figure out who poisoned the wine and who is the Order of the Ancients.
Do you see the wine?
No.
Then there's still time.
The entire council is here. Any one of them could be the vault.
I need you to keep an eye out for the wine. I'll speak to each of the council members, see if I can trap them in a lie.
Even Hjor?
Even Hjor. If he is the vault, I'll not allow him to kill all these people. Juvena.
I heard you. Just grant me one thing. Confer with me before you make your move.
I will. Now, to speak to the council members. Firefight, a word if I may.
Ah, Drengr. If it's to join arms with me, the answer is yes. We can use someone like you against the Picts.
So in this area, we need to do some interrogation and figure out who is part of the Order of the Ancients. We're going to do some interrogation. I am going to start with Firebrand. He will say that he won't drink the wine because he wants to do it with ale. Now, that is not suspicious because he is a Viking and clearly he would not drink wine, so we can pass over him.
To speak to the council members. I'll speak of the wine and watch for their reactions. That may lead me to the vault.
So Auden here will not drink the wine, and he is going to be the Order of the Ancients member, but I'm going to break that down a little further. He did not like that we were in the archives, and he was already conspiring with the Red Brand. to burn those Bibles, so he is going to be overall our choice here. But you might be asking yourself, why did Hjor's desk in front of that poison room? And the reason why is they were just trying to set him up, I believe, and just throw us off on this decision. But when we do talk to Hjor, he will decline drinking the wine, but there's nothing suspicious of that. There would be no reason why he should drink to do a distraction, and that's why he's confused. It's not that he's not trying to drink the wine, and overall, after this dialogue with Hjor, it does sound like he might drink the wine and do that for us, so there is nothing suspicious here.
Worry not. We have tracked the vault here. He's someone on the council.
You are certain?
I am. Once I discover who, I will dig my blade into his heart and end this for good. Until then, it's important that I investigate without raising suspicion. I need your help.
Of course. What do you need me to do?
Drink yourself into a drunken fit.
What? Why?
I need a distraction. Keep their eyes off of me. The wine should arrive soon. Drink 3 full cups and make a scene.
I can't be seen doing that. You'll have to find another way.
Just do it.
I will have the silver ready in the coming days. Thank you, boy.
Rishie.
Ah, come to join the feast, have you?
I have some bad news. The wine for the feast has spoiled.
Of course it has. Why would I expect differently? I'll have my men dump it. There may be more wine in my private stores. I'll send a man to retrieve it. Is there anything else?
That is all. Enjoy the feast.
I shall try.
Now that we have done our dialogue with everybody, we can come back and turn in who we believe is the Order of the Ancients, like I just broke down, and we are ready to put in Auden, and we are going to get a cutscene that will confirm this, and then we are going to have to do an assassination, kill a couple guards, and then we are ready to close out this arc.
Auden was the one pushing for the feast from the start. He planned it, which means he would have had access to the wine. And he was helping Abbess Ingeborg collect Christian texts. She turned out to be the Firebrand.
Yes. Yes, you're right. And the wine?
Of all the councilmen, he knew the wine had not yet arrived. When I offered some, he flat out refused, insisting it be saved for the guests. For these reasons, I think Auden is the vault.
Brothers, sisters, dear friends, welcome all. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our honored guests. Here with me are some of Jorvik's most revered lords, men and women who have kept Jorvik trudging through these harsh times. I am pleased to say that today, on the day we honor you, we honor as well the nobles to whom we are all so
the wine.
indebted.
Auden is the vault.
Too late for them. We must not miss our chance.
Join me now in celebrating their successes and yours. To everything you deserve and more.
Shit.
And now, deafened and blinded by your lust for indulgence, your foolish pride, I will tell you just what nobility is. A death sentence. A new world of order is upon us. A pity none of you will live to see it.
Get the councilmen to safety. I will handle Auden. Go.
Protect the king!
Auden.
Suffer!
Follow my lead.
What did you hope to gain with all this? What riches are worth so much misery and the deaths of honorable men and women?
Only a feeble mind would call them honorable. They are privileged, sedentary, complacent. They wasted their resources. I secured our power through wealth. I contributed to the future of a glorious order.
On the backs of honest people, merchants and priests and nobles alike.
Eivor, you are wrong. Held back by your primitive cosmology. 9 worlds in the tree? No. 9 times 9,000 worlds. And as many suns.
9 nights I hung in the tree, sacrificing myself to myself. So does the Wise One seek wisdom.
Countless spheres, awaiting our gift, our enlightenment.
I live in one world only. You live in none. Pure Lufina. Where did they go? Aid me. Be my eyes.
Eivor! Over here!
Are you all right?
We're fine. Faravid and his cars escorted King Rishi back to the royal home. Everyone is safe.
Let's regroup there.
Alden, that sniveling little shit. I don't care. I want answers.
Calm, Lord Rishi. Audun is dead.
That doesn't calm me. I wanted to rip the bastard's spine out myself. You want to calm me? Start talking.
Audun aligned himself to a secret group that was plotting to overtake Jorvik.
He had help from 2 others. Grigory the Dockmaster and Ingeborg the Abbess.
And you, Eivor? You were after these conspirators from the moment you arrived?
Yes, though I could not let it be known. This group can reach any person, permeate the walls of any city. Much like the worms of a spoiled apple, they would have eaten Jorvik from the inside out if we let them.
But you stopped that from happening. We owe you a debt of gratitude. You can be sure Halfdan Jarl will hear of this.
If the threat is gone, then you have my gratitude as well. I'm alive today, and so are many others because of you. I'd like to name you an honorary High Reeve of Jorvik, Eivor. Would you accept?
It has a nice sound to it. You honor me, Lord.
You have earned it.
Then if I may, a hoard of silver is left unaccounted for in the grottos beneath these streets.
That's right. Silver the Dockmaster was collecting.
What do you propose?
So this upcoming choice right here is not going to have a significant outcome. It's just where your moral compass wants to go. I feel since the needle has took all that silver from the merchants, I'm going to go ahead and give it back to the merchants. But that is totally up to you how you want to play this, but it will not affect anything overall.
Fine. I will see to it that Hjord distributes the silver evenly. Come, Faravid. Help me secure this hoard. I could use a bloody walk.
We have a saying in Bjarmia. Only the dead get to complain.
And we're still living.
I could muster a few complaints about the king and the treasury, but I shall forbear. You did it, Eivor.
We did. It may be we were the recipe to keep Norway from Harald all along.
We still can be.
No. Norway is behind me now, and the rest of England ahead. That said, I must be going.
Wait. Should you ever need us, we will come.
One last thing. The silver on your desk, Hjord. It planted a seed of doubt in my mind, so I must know. What is it for?
I suppose I can forgo the element of surprise. I hired a silversmith to craft a love token for Lufina. A Yuletide gift.
You sneak.
I'll take my leave before you shame the throne.
Until our paths cross again, old friend.
In this world, or the next.
If you drop by Jorvik again, please join us for an ale. I know of a place...
Now that we have completed closing the vault, we can head back to Randvi in Ravensthorpe and turn that in. So we are going to go ahead and fast travel real quick there. Once we arrive, we can talk to Hytham and we can get a new ability if we turn in all those tokens, which we are going to do real quick.
I'm grateful to see Basim returned. There's so much more I wish to learn from him.
Jorvik is now free of the Order's influence.
Brilliant as ever, my friend. Thank you for all you have done.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
It gives me joy to take these from you. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There are more medallions to collect.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Now it's... Calls me back to Randvi. Best tell her the good news.
So the next thing I want to cover is if you have beaten Suthex and claimed that arc and you have saved Sigurd and he is back in the Longhouse, once you complete your next arc, we are going to come back to the Longhouse to turn that into Randvi and we are going to find two people having a conflict. So I'm going to skip all of this dialogue because in the end it will not matter. We can hear both sides of their stories and pick our judgment here, but as soon as we do that, Sigurd will come out of nowhere and actually rule how he wants to, and we need to accept that judgment. It's going to sound super crazy what he says, but we need to go ahead and accept it. So overall, we just want to agree with him here, and this is going to avoid getting a strike. If we get too many strikes in this game, we will not get the longer ending and the more happy ending of this game. So this is what we're striving for, so we're just going to go ahead and agree with him.
Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holgeir, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holgeir the liar, you sink lower. You become Holgeir the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd, you all know that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holgate? Pay the fee, or be exiled?
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest is...
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment.
Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair?
Sigurd is our Jarl. His word is law, whether or not you agree.
You see?
Of course, my all. As it must be. Forgive my defiance.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
Nice to see...
I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you have seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him, as we take care of our own. We are his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
I have purged the Order of Ancients from Jorvik with Yuvina and Jort's aid. And should we ever need theirs, they will come.
You do this work well, Eivor. Is it a prelude to you joining the Hidden Ones?
I doubt it. Not enough glory in these back alley brawls.
So we have now avoided that strike and handed in the Jorvik arc, and we are ready to start our next arc in entry 32. As always, I hope this walkthrough guide has been super helpful. If it has been, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up personally on my Instagram. The link is in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Goldhat signing off.